What's up, you guys? It's Maya and welcome to my channel. As you can tell by the title, today's video is going to be how to make a two-piece set. If you want to see how I made it and how you can make it, then just keep watching. And as always, if you like this video and you want to see more, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And without further ado, let's get into the video.
So for today's tutorial, you're going to need some scissors, you're going to need some shorts, and of course you're going to need a sweatshirt or pullover, whatever you want to call it. And you're also going to need some elastic, safety pins, and some push pins as well. Okay, so now I'm going to just put the shorts on the sweatshirt and trace it out. I'm going to try to get everything as flat and even as possible. And when you're cutting, make sure you leave at least ½ inch to an inch of room for seam allowance. I did not do this, and I ended up making my shorts a little bit too tight. So just make sure you leave yourself some room. So now we're going to pin the fabric in place because we're about to sew it and we don't want it moving around everywhere. But we want the right sides kissing. So the side that you want to show when you wear it needs to be facing each other and they need to be on the inside. Because if not, then you're going to sew it backwards and it's going to look crazy. So don't do that. Make sure the right sides are kissing. And now you're just going to pin all the way down. Okay, so right now we only have 2 pieces of fabric and we need 4 altogether. So I'm just going to lay these 2 pieces that I pinned together on top of the sweatshirt and cut it out. Okay, so I'm going to do the exact same thing to this side. I put the right sides together and now I'm just going to pin it and then we'll be ready to sew. Okay, so right now I'm just sewing down the sides where I pinned my pins at. I am using a zigzag stitch. Zigzag stitches are typically better for clothes that stretch, and with me, I know I want my shorts to stretch a little bit, so that is the reason I'm using that. You do not have to use a zigzag stitch. A straight stitch will work just fine as well. As you can tell, it's starting to look a little bit more like shorts, but now it is time to sew it all together. So right here, I'm just making sure that the right sides are touching. Nope, that's not right. So I had to change that, flip that over. Ugh, go ahead, flip it over. Yep, there you go. And then I'm just going to make sure everything lines up as much as possible. And then I'm going to pin it all down, and we are almost finished. So right now I'm just sewing all the places that I have pins in. I'm actually sewing the middle part right now. And the secret to sewing that part is just to pull it and get it as straight as possible. It makes it a lot easier. So just pull it and try to get it as straight as possible. Okay, so now we actually have something that looks like shorts. So we are on the right track, and right now I am just cutting off all the excess, and I'm also cutting off all the little strings. This will make it a whole lot nicer and easier to put on. Okay, so I measured out some elastic and I just put it around my waist and cut it where I needed it. And now I'm going to fold down the top of the shorts. This is where the elastic is going to go, so make sure this part is thick enough for the elastic to go through. Make sure it is thick enough, because if it is not, then you're going to have to cut it and re-sew the whole thing, and that is no fun. So just make sure that it is thick enough for the elastic to go through. So just FYI, I guess it doesn't really matter, but right here I am changing the stitch. I am no longer using a zigzag stitch. I'm going to change to a straight stitch. You can use a zigzag stitch, but it just seems a little harder, so I changed to a straight stitch for this part right here. Okay, so I've sewed almost all the way around, but I'm not going to go all the way because you want a little bit of space. That way the elastic can go through. Do not sew it all the way. You will finish it later after the elastic is in there. Do not sew it all the way. Okay, so this is where the safety pin comes into play. So you're going to take the safety pin and poke it right through the elastic, and then you're going to close it. Oh, look at me struggling. Oh man, come on. There you go, got it now. All right, and then you're going to feed the elastic through the shorts. Okay, so the elastic is all the way through now. So now you're just gonna fold it down and sew it. I told you you would fix it after the elastic was through, and that's what we're gonna do right now. Okay, yay, we finally made it. The bottoms are done, and now it's time to move on to the top. As you can tell, the top is looking raggedy, so we have to fix that. I'm going to cut off all these extra little pieces right here, and I'm actually not going to sew it because I really like the way it looks. When fabric gets stretched and it's cut, it rolls up, so I just stretched it out a little bit, and I really liked it, so I just kept it that way. All right, you guys, we have made it to the end. This is the final product. The shorts did come out a little tight, but that was to be expected. Hopefully you guys learned from my mistake, but I really did enjoy making this video, and I really hope you guys enjoyed watching it. And if you have any suggestions on what I should make next, leave them in the comment. And while you're there, go ahead and give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, and I will see you guys next time.